Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Dear 8th class students, today we have to discuss a topic that is named as Britain turns to India. The name of today's topic is Britain turns to India. My dear students, let me remind you that we are studying a chapter that is named as Ruling the Countryside. Ruling the Countryside is the name of the chapter that we are discussing, and in the previous lectures we studied about three settlements. The first one was permanent settlement, the second one was Malwari settlement, and the third one was Rohitwari settlement. About these settlement we studied and discussed them in detail, and in the previous lecture we discussed about indigo, and this indigo was having a highest demand in European markets. Why so? Because a substance was produced from this indigo which was used as a dyeing substance by the European people. So there was having highest demand. Other than this, there was also a wood from which the colors were used, the colors were produced, and the color produced from this wood was not as rich as indigo. The indigo produced the blue color, right? And this blue color was used as a dyeing substance by the European people. My dear students, as the demand of indigo was increasing day by day in the European markets, right, the British decided to expand the indigo cultivation. They decided to expand the indigo cultivation in the Indian subcontinent. I will recapture it for you. As the demand of the indigo was increasing day by day in the European markets, and East India Company decided to expand the indigo cultivation in the Indian subcontinent, right? My dear students, when we talk of the year 1810, Bengal was the largest exporter of the indigo. The total indigo that was exported to Britain in 1810, its 95% was from Bengal. That's why we say that Bengal was the largest exporter of this indigo, right? Now, my dear students, as the trade of indigo flourished in the Indian subcontinent, many Englishmen settled in India and became indigo planters. As the trade of indigo flourished in the Indian subcontinent, many Englishmen settled in India and they became the indigo planters. Englishmen का settle होना indigo plantation के लिए, indigo cultivation के लिए इंडिया में, this is Britain turns to India. Britain turns to India. Now, my dear students, this indigo was cultivated in India in two ways, by two methods we can see. The first method we will study about this, that is called niche cultivation. Niche cultivation, right? The first method by which indigo was cultivated in the Indian subcontinent, that very method is known as niche cultivation. And under this cultivation, planter produces indigo. Under this cultivation, planter produces indigo in the land which was under his own control. निज कल्टीवेशन का मतलब यह है कि जो कल्टिवेट करने वाले थे इस इंडिगो को, प्लांट प्लांटर प्रोड्यूसेस इंडिगो, इस कल्टिवेशन के तहत प्लांटर प्रोड्यूस कर रहा था इंडिगो इन द लैंड विच वाज अंडर हिज ओन कंट्रोल। दैट मीन्स या या तो वो ओनर, इधर ही वाज द ओनर ऑफ द लैंड, और the land was rented by him. That is why we say this system is known as the this first method is known as the niche cultivation. My dear students, this niche cultivation by having two problems. The cultivator suffered under this niche cultivation because this niche cultivation needs a large area. This niche cultivation needs a large area which was not available at that time, at that very time in India, right? Because India is a densely populated country. That's why land in abundance was not available. That's why the peasants were facing difficulties under the niche cultivation to produce indigo. And the second is, under the niche cultivation, they also need a large number of workers, a large number of workers, right? And the workers were not available in the large numbers because they were also busy in rice cultivation. They were also busy in rice cultivation. लार्ज एरिया भी अवेलेबल नहीं था, लार्ज नंबर ऑफ वर्कर्स भी नहीं थे। लार्ज एरिया इसीलिए नहीं था क्योंकि इंडिया डेंसली पॉपुलेटेड कंट्री है, और लार्ज नंबर ऑफ वर्कर्स इसलिए अवेलेबल नहीं थे बिकॉज द वर्कर्स वर आल्सो बिजी इन द राइस कल्टीवेशन, राइट? दीज वर द प्रॉब्लम्स lying with niche cultivation. Now there were some other methods as well by indigo was cultivated. What were these methods? About them we will study in the coming lectures. Hope you would